Jenner, is that a Rubik's Cube right there?
I don't know. I can't really know. I'm an extreme skeptic. Anything could be true or false. I have no idea. We could be living in a simulation for all I know.
Interesting. Could life all be just be a dream? Is that true?
It could be.
Really?
I'm skeptical of everything I see, including this Rubik's Cube. I don't know if it's real or not.
Because anything could be a dream. Anything could be a part of your imagination playing tricks on you. Interesting. That's a very interesting standpoint, Jenner. I wonder how other people agree or disagree from that standpoint. I agree with the ideas of the extreme skeptic who was talking about before, his ideas. So I think that anything could be not true in any scenario. We can't take anything for fact. As Dwayne Zhao said, as Descartes said, and as Hillary Putnam said, they all put forth ideas about why things could not be true and why we could be mistaken about what we believe as fact. For example, things like the idea of the dream argument, anything could be a dream. They put forth the idea of your brain being in a vat. Anyone's brain could be not what their own, being made to think what they see, and it's not real, and what you're seeing around you is not a real thing. And finally, even a more extreme version, the evil demon argument. Some people say that an evil demon could be controlling you and tricking you into believing something, so you can't trust anything you see. Therefore, I do agree with extreme skepticism, because I like those philosophers. Excuse me, methodical skeptic, do you believe that you were alive?
Yeah, I actually do, because I can take some things that are indistinguishably true as fact to be true,
Interesting.
as opposed to an extreme skeptic who just doubts everything. So it makes sense to assume that I'm alive, and so I'm able to accept that I am.
Interesting. And how would a extreme skeptic differ on this?
They would doubt it and question if their existence even is actually true.
It almost seems you guys are two sides of the same coin, because
yeah.
you think that you can take for granted the fact that you were alive, and while an extreme skeptic would disagree, they would say, I could be in a dream, I could not be alive. We don't know for sure, but you believe that you were alive.
I'm a big fan of math, and that's because I follow the ideas of Descartes, which makes me a methodical skeptic.
And so, can you talk a little about methodical skepticism? What is its basis in?
Math.
Well, I don't actually agree with skepticism, as all you other people are putting forth the ideas of skepticism, even if it's extreme or less extreme. I believe that we can take common sense to kind of reinforce ideas about the world and prove skepticism to not be so true. If you look at people like G.E. Moore and what he says, I have one hand, I have another hand, and I can use that as a basis for how I view the world. Things like that. I have the common sense to know that I have two hands. I have the common sense to know things are indistinguishably fact, and I can kind of disprove a lot of skepticism using arguments like that, using the ideas of common sense. Okay, I'm a contextualist, so I agree with this with this line of reasoning. I think that with the right context, you can know, you can be justified or certain about something. You can take something as truth if you have the right context for it. Additionally, the idea of skepticism relies on doubt. But if we take certainty away from justification and say that you can be justified without without having complete certainty, then we can kind of put a lot of holes in the idea of skepticism, and kind of take it as less of a strong fact that nothing can be justified, nothing can be taken as a fact. Excuse me, infinitist, do you believe that you can know things for certain?
Yes, because as an infinitist, I believe that using the inferential principle of justification, we can understand that using correct facts and knowledge, we can justify our other beliefs by using this, creating infinite chains of justification. We can disprove skepticism in this way and use such justification to justify infinite truth.
You need to submit a slide.
Interesting.
Hello. I agree with some points that the infinitist said. However, I believe that the justification chains must be finite and non-circular. I am a foundationalist, and I similarly base my beliefs on very basic facts that do not require any justification.
Interesting.
In this way, I agree with much of the other anti-skeptic point of views, and I believe there are holes in the idea of skepticism. And we can use these basic truths, which require no justification actually, to justify other beliefs.